Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings. And today we're taking a look at Indian Summer, the new puzzle game in the puzzle trilogy from Uwe Rosenberg. It started off with Cottage Garden last year and this year it's Indian Summer. Some people thought Cottage Garden was a little bit too light, and Uwe has said that this game is a little bit more deep, a little bit more involved, more stuff going on. So let's get down to the table, talk about how you play the game, and then go back up and see what I think about Indian Summer. In Indian Summer, you are walking through a forest, and by some strange reason you decide to start picking up leaves in different colors and putting them out on the floor where you are, not on the floor, but on the forest floor where you are walking. And the point of this game is to fill up your forest floor before anyone else does it. So in the beginning of the game, you're gonna get one of those and hopefully not throw it at somebody. Just hold it in your hands, or preferably just put it on the table, because that's where you want to have it. You're gonna get this, and also you're gonna get a backpack which has a player aid on the back, and you're also gonna get 5 pieces to start with. 2 green pieces, 2 yellow pieces, and 1 red piece. The first player is gonna get this token because he's the only one that gets to wear shoes in the forest. So a turn of the game is played as following. On your turn, you can do one of 2 main actions. The main focus action, the main action that you will focus on, is to take a piece from your stash and put it onto the floor. So the forest floor, not the floor. You will not actually take it and put it on the floor. You will put it on the forest floor, wherever you want. It doesn't have to be adjacent to anything. It just can't overlap, and it can't go outside of the borders, of course. So let's say I put it over here. The interesting thing about this game is that each piece has a hole. So if I take this piece and I put it over here, you will see that through that hole I can see a blueberry. So when I put this down over here, I put it over here, I will take a blueberry token, small little blueberry token, and put it on top of that hole. That means I have found a treasure, because blueberries are treasures in this game. Also are nuts, mushrooms, and feathers, the great treasures of the wild. The point then is to get these treasures, because the treasures will give you extra actions. Is that you wanna fill up your board. Let's say I'm filling up this one. Let's just cheat so I can actually show how the game works. I will do this, and then I will fill up like this. I now got a feather over here, and now I have filled up one of the 6 spaces on the board. The one board is filled into 6 different areas. So when you fill up one area, you're gonna get all the treasures from that tile. So I take these treasures, and now I can use them as special abilities. I will come back to how you use special abilities later on. That's the main action you can do. The other main action you can do is just to take a squirrel, a tiny little cute squirrel, and you can put it in to basically to help fill out a space. So let's say I have it here. I can take the squirrel and put it here to complete this area. And you probably won't do that as much because it's not a really good action, but if you're in a pinch, if you can't do anything, you might want to take a squirrel. So how do you use the special abilities? There are 4 different special abilities, and every special ability is marked on the back of the player aid. The first is the blueberry. The blueberry helps you fill up your path of tiles, because you can always have 5 tiles in front of you. If you use all your tiles, you will automatically take the 5 next tiles going on from this bush. But if you use the blueberry, I can throw away my blueberry and I will fill up my tiles from the bush onward. So this is how you get the pieces you actually want, and not just pieces that randomly lay in front of you when you don't have any pieces left. So that's what you use the blueberry for. And you can use the blueberry in addition to your main action. The other thing you can also do as a free action is to use the nut. And that basically gives you a free action of placing a squirrel. So that's basically how you want to place your squirrels. So you can use as many blueberries and nuts you want in a round. Basically, a blueberry isn't really useful when you have 5 tiles. You can pick 1 more if you really need it, but you can never have more than 6 tiles at once. The other 2 tiles, the mushrooms and the feather, they're really small. It's really hard to show them here on camera. They can be used as a additional or a different main action. The mushroom I can throw away to steal the first piece in the rows of 2 other players. So from their backpack I can steal, let's say it was this tile and this tile I can steal from other players, and this is a way to be able to put out 2 tiles in one turn. The other thing I can do is to use the feather. The feather is basically just a double action, which makes me put out 2 tiles from my own space, and then I maybe use a blueberry to fill up my spaces again. And you will continue doing this around and around and around until one person is finished. One thing more that's really interesting and another spatial aspect of the game are these animal tiles in the middle of the table. Because you can try to match your holes up so you can actually make these animal tiles. So let's say, for example, I have filled out this. I have taken the 2 blueberries that would be under here. I promise there are 2 blueberries under here. I have now made this little L shape. And you can see there's a bird over here with an L shape. There should be many of the, more than one of these. So it's not first come, first serve, but some of them are first come, first serve. So I will take this, I will overlap it here, and what happens then, I don't fill anything more in on my floor, not flower bed, that's cottage garden, in my forest floor, but I will take every treasure that I overlap like this. So this time it's 2 blueberries, and I will get them once more. So that's an easy way to get even more treasures, and of course the treasures help you fill up your board faster, and the first person who fills up their board wins. When the game ends, it's basically like this. So everybody, let's say, oh, I filled up my board. I didn't, but we're gonna do that as an example. So yeah, I filled up my board. Woohoo! Then everybody else gets to play because I am the first player. Everybody else gets one more turn, and then we can exchange our treasures because there's an exchange rate here, with blueberries being the least rare, then nuts, then mushrooms, and then feathers. You can exchange anything you want into nuts, then use the nuts to put squirrels out on the floor, and if there's more than one person who has filled up their whole floor, the person with the most nuts is the winner. And that's basically how you play it. It's a pretty straightforward game. Let's go back up and see what I think about it. And that's how you play Indian Summer, the new puzzle game, as I said, from Uwe Rosenberg. And I am one of those people who did not like Cottage Garden. For me, it was just too light. It felt like it had no meaningful decisions. It just felt like a boring, stripped-down version of Patchwork. And because of that, I was a little bit unsure if I wanted to play this game, if I wanted to check it out, but I got a copy, and I am glad I did. Because this is what, for me, I think Cottage Garden should have been. It's a simple game, simple mechanics, simple stuff going on, but it feels like you're actually doing meaningful stuff. I will say that I do enjoy Patchwork more. So if I should play with 2 players, I will always play Patchwork. But this you can play in like 45 minutes to an hour at most with 4 new players. It's quick, it's fun, there's a really nice, like, there's this spatial aspects that's so much more interesting with trying to overlap the different treasures and to get the treasures, to fill out one of the 6 squares, to actually get the treasures, to be able to get your board filled up faster than the other players. And then again, the animal tiles, which is even more interesting. So maybe sometimes you really, I want that mushroom, but then again, I really want to put that hole over here so I can finish making my fox, so I can put the fox on and get a lot of new pieces, a lot of pieces all over again. I really enjoy that. I enjoy that you have to manipulate how you use your tiles. You have to manipulate how you, when you get new tiles, try to get them before the other players get them, and you can think, okay, this tile I really want, so I hope other people try to refill their places so I can actually get it. It's so nice how do you use the different treasures, how to do it all works really nice together. This is a great light game. You can introduce it to anybody. It's super fast to play, it's super easy to learn, it's just a lot of fun. Like, I will play this any day over Cottage Garden, of course, but this is I really enjoy these Tetris style placement puzzle games, and I'm really looking forward to see what they will do with the 3rd game in the trilogy. I really hope that will be even more involved, even more stuff going on. But for now, I really enjoy this. I'm looking forward to play it more. That's Cottage Garden from Uwe Rosenberg, and that's the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment to my video. Please comment on my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I was trying to say those two things at once. Thank you so much for watching. Please go check out my other videos as well. Have a great week. I hope you'll get to play some games. See you next time. Bye bye.